Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl here to bring you another reading for Cancer for January 2025. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Cancer. Starting off with the Queen of Candles and the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Good Cheer in this. So you are definitely either dealing with a fire sign, or you are going through your emotional, passionate self in this time of Yule, the cold, the dark, and very confusing time. We have Six of Good Cheer, so Six of Cups. Here we have the memory of love, or the feeling that you want to be in love. You have the passion, you have the emotion. What else we have here? You have the Star, we have the Sinterklaas, and we have the Seven of Good Cheer. So you're very hopeful, and you're vying for the future. You're looking into what is to come, and you're very passionate. You're very passionate about it, and what you've experienced, you've lessons that you've learned. You're paying attention. You're paying attention to having had, or looking forward to having. And then we have another Queen. So we have the Queen of Swords coming in with transformation. You can just keep going on and on. But this is the card that jumped out, and then everything just broke loose. So you're determined to follow your instincts, and you should, because we're in the dark right now. It is, in fact, when I do this reading, it is dark out. So it's quite dark, and being that you are led by your emotions, coming into the full moon, you're going to feel that momentum pick up where you want to move forward, and probably going to go with what you remember, or deal with people from your past. You're going to reconnect on whatever level, but it is for moving forward and going into the future. So you may want to reconcile with certain individuals, or you may want to start something that you had put down. You want to pick it up again. It's that determination with the Queen. And then the deck splits to show us Temperance, finding balance, being that you're going to take your emotions and your passion, and you're going to work with them simultaneously in a way that you can be successful and have something come from what work you do put out. You see, that patience is required. Maybe that's what you're looking forward to being able to do things in a particular way, and you're being patient, getting through the steps. Really depends on your situation, right? But I'm doing a 5-card spread for the sort of end of December into mid-January, bringing us to the first 2 weeks of February, because I am late bringing my readings out for January, and that couldn't be helped. I did want to do it the first week, but it was not happening for me. And Cancer, I do thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Again, most of all, for showing up. And here we have the deck splitting open on the Fool. So it is going with what you believe, and being able to let go of what was, because you're going back into memory, and for a lot of us, that's how we spent what would be the holiday season, going into memory and not being too happy with the memories. And then we have cards jumping out. So it's six of Swords. So again, this is to move on, and either moving on from a commitment or moving on to a new commitment for some. So it just jumped out in the middle of the shuffle there. But it is that some of us were at a loss. Some of us felt alone because of what was, because we had that Five of Cups that did show itself as well. And then it's more of being able to overcome. And again, with the patience, that temperance coming in, it's being able to work with your passion, work with your emotion, follow your instinct, doing the right thing for you. That's where we're either grappling with that or we're using it to our advantage. Cancer, I have a mouthful for you today. Wow, let's see what comes of your read. Again, it's random selection of cards, starting with what was. So going all the way back again to the end of December, and going, it could go further back. It depends on your situation, but this is the end of either November, December, coming into bringing us to January. So the Page of Canes, where you have ideas, where you have truth that has come forward, you have found out something, and this is where you're using your passion and your emotions, and you're working through the information to bring you to leave a circumstance or situation, or at least to put your mind at ease, because we have the Seven Swords here. So it's giving you ideas that will bring you to somewhere else. It'll take you to another place that'll give you a whole new outlook on what's best for you. Again, it's what's best for you that we're looking into here with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups that we saw earlier. So coming into the first couple of weeks of January, you're clearing your mind, or you're clearing out space. You're making room for something new to come in. And here we have the Six of Good Cheer again coming back from the shuffle. It was in the shuffle. So going into memory or reconciling with someone from the past. Again, it's another six. So we're really stepping up the pace with our emotions and our actions, because here you're thinking about what was, you're thinking about how things were, and you're reliving it. So it's coming back around. It's not the eights, but the sixes can do that too, where you remember what it was and you want to move on away from, and then when you move on, you're remembering again. So it's clearing up. It's clearing up. So something from the past is coming around again to you, but in a different way. You're going to see it in a different light, because you're feeling at ease with it now. You see, the past is the past. You're accepting that and you're moving on, and then you have more memories. So it could be the communication from someone that's going to bring you back into time, or you want to go back to somebody you remember, or you're moving forward to meet up with someone from your past. Then we have, this is toward the full moon time. So just to give you the mark, it's the middle of the month, and it could be this week as I do this reading on the 11th of January. So you could be dealing with someone already, or you're about to deal with someone from your past, or you're thinking about people from your past that you want to reconcile with. And then we have the Queen of Candles come back from the shuffle. So here she is coming toward the end of January, where you make a decision, you feeling that you want to move forward with a particular individual or a group of people, depending on your situation, but taking that memory of love with you when you go into the future. So it's not that you're letting go, or you are letting go, but you're not forgetting. It's something about something good that you're taking with you, the good memories you're taking with you to go into the future, or someone from the past meeting up with you in the future, or, well, the future being at the end of the month, or you're communicating with someone from the past. And then we have the 10 of Swords. So this is where all truth comes out. This is where putting an end to something, or putting your mind at rest and having it all out. And this is coming toward the beginning of February. So it'll be the ending and then the beginning of something, because February will be the first 2 weeks that this would represent. So whatever truth, whatever ideas, whatever information, it's going to open up the door for a new beginning to come. But you will have it all. You will understand. You will know. And this would be where you see that, okay, this can't go on. Whatever it was, whatever it is that you were dealing with, or you're still thinking about, or concerning the past, you're going to put an end to it, or it will come naturally to an end. And here we have a commitment. So Cancer, you're either stepping away from one to go into a new one, or you're coming into all the truth about the commitment. And here we have the Two of Candles. So the Two of Wands, making new plans, possibly for a new commitment. And the Page of Good Share. So here we're focusing on celebrating and having a forgiveness or reconciliation or a new relationship altogether with a King of Candles, who is possibly your counterpart when it comes down to it, because we have the King of Candles with the Queen of Candles here. So it doesn't have to be a fire sign particularly. It just is someone who you mesh with very well. And it could be someone from your past, because here we have the Sinterklaas, which is lessons learned. So it could be that this is someone that you were dealing with that has gone through the mill with you and has come to tell the truth, wanting to open up the doors for a new home, bringing in ideas, hoping for that satisfaction to come, getting that wish granted of moving forward, moving on, taking what is yours and moving on, going into a new territory, a new commitment with someone from your past, or someone that you mesh very well with, that someone you know. This is definitely a new commitment. Sorry about that. But it's definitely a new commitment. So it could be that you're not so much starting over, but it's a reconciliation of sorts. It's coming around. It's having that understanding. It could be for marriage. It could be something that was delayed. It could be anything. But the fact is, lessons have been learned. Enough time has gone by. Truth is being revealed. The commitment is there to be had. And it is really up to you if you want it. So, I keep forgetting, I do an elaboration on the 4 here, these cards in particular, because it is the heart of the month, and I want to elaborate a little bit on why. I was to say it could be anything, but we will see where because of information that you have uncovered, or understanding that you've come to, or just someone talking to you, or you finding out some truth, is making your mind go at ease. And we'll just see on making that judgment call. There's communication that you've had with a particular, or want to have with that particular, and it's being honest and having that sense of security. That, hold on a sec. Sorry about that. It was the Moon card. So that judgment call, that taken into account whatever it was you decided on. You're following your instincts here. So again, it is to feel better. It is to go in the right way, what's best for you, because this is where you, well, from making that discovery of information and then coming to make that judgment call, it's put your mind at ease, because you've come into understanding and following that instinct of what is truth and being able to decipher it through your intuition. Again, the Queen of Cups. See here, toward the middle of the month, I'm not sure if you're seeing all these cards, but I'm just going to bring them up a little bit to be sure. So the middle of the month, we have the 10 of Candles, so another 10. So something really is coming to an ending where you felt the burden of that, what was in the past. You felt that burden, and you don't want that burden anymore. You want to put it down. Again, it is disappointment and love. So here is where you're feeling like you need to reconcile. You need to come to terms and understand and see where the burden is that it was, because it is at the end now. And here, when we see the 3 of Canes, which would represent the 3 of Swords, this is already happened. It's not that it's happening now. You've been disappointed, and you know the reason from this page here. You've uncovered why. You've uncovered the why, and you know what part you had to play in. It's a matter of accepting and coming to terms with that. And this is where you're going to come to, whether it is through, I saw the King. Don't know what happened to the King, but we saw the King probably when he fell out. Either way, you come to terms with what was so disappointing in that memory of love. And again, this is why we use the Yule deck at this time of the year, is to help us really go deep within, using our memory, using what we believe in to figure our way through the dark period. And we can't help but go through the motions of it, through our emotional side and our passionate side, which is what you're working with for this month of January, Cancer. And you're doing it quite well, because you're following your instinct, you're following the intuition, you're working with the information that you have, and you're going back in time as far as you can recall as to what part you had to play and where the burden really was, and in what sense, if it was in the family gathering, or was it in a particular relationship that you had, a particular loved one, that it just didn't go in the right way, what would be the right way for you, in other words. But you will come to know, and you will come to accept, and you will understand, and that will help you to move along, fueling your determination. And there we will take cards again for the 5 of Candles. So it's going to bring you to that deliberation, whether it is within or with others, because words are going to be had. I mean, we can only think about things for so long, and if it is that we have to open up and speak, then you will, because you're very determined to do so. If it is that you have something to say, you're not going to hold it back, you're going to have it out. And if there are others involved, well, everyone will have their say. Oh dear. And the Krampus comes forward with exactly that, what needs to be said. You can't hold it back. You have to face that, and you will, because that's where the determination is. The determination is to come out with the truth, to come out with what was, and to face the danger, to show that what it was that was so deadly, that was so painful, that must be spoken of. And that is what you will heal. Again, when we saw our temperance card, that is what is to be healed. And being that you can speak of or face what it was come the middle of the month, toward the end of the month, you will be able to free yourself, because you will be able to face that fear and see by the second week of February what the betrayal was really all about, what ending needed to happen, why things needed to come to the end that it had to come to, and overcoming what was taken or what was lost, what was taken from you. Because what was taken was meant to go. There's a justice there. Cancer. It doesn't look like the light is coming in, but in truth it is, because we have the tens showing up. We have the 10 of canes. Where am I seeing that? There it is, 10 of canes and the 10 of swords, or the 10 of canes, which is the 10 of swords, and the 10 of candles, which is the 10 of wands. So the burden and the betrayal is going to come out into the light, because you've discovered what it is that you need in order for you to go toward the peace. You see, you know what you need to know in order to free yourself and make amends with the self, to face the fear, to go in and see where the burden really was in your childhood or in your past. How far back is up to you to go. The betrayal, the disappointment, the determination to overcome is there for you. It's stages that you have to go through, and in facing that fear, being committed to the cause of what is best for you, because that's why we started off, will bring you to realize that it was meant to be, and it had to happen so that you could start afresh. There's your King of Candles. You see, to start with again, to learn that lesson, whether it is the king himself, or if it is you, the queen, that will learn, or if it's not you, it could be a fire sign. But basically this is all about you here, what you have to go through, what you've been through, where you're going, and all of the elaboration here is other people involved. So there is a commitment to you, to what is best for you. Because here, February will prove to show that what had no other way of coming about but the way it did. That's justice being served, and being able to overcome, or being left out, or being put aside may be what you will be doing to the next person. Not so much what will happen to you, but you are determined. You are making judgment calls here. You are facing fears. You are overcoming and seeing where justice is being served because of a commitment, because of your commitment. Cancer. It's very deep and dark, this reading. But that's January. It is the darkest time of the season, and we have to go through the dark in order to get to the light, and you will, because you have the determination. There she is. You see, this card came out with the Queen of Cups. So being that you are determined to follow your intuition. That is proven here with this queen. With the moon and the Queen of Cups that came earlier, because that's you. It represents you, Cancer. Your emotion and your passion will help you to get through. Let's see what advice Spirit has to offer for Cancer. Look at that, candle magic and the reindeer medicine. You see, this is very powerful, this reindeer medicine, because they keep their horns. They don't drop their horns. And there's where the weight of all of what has been is carried on their crown. And they know from their experience, they know what is best for them. Again, it's all about what's best for you in this read. Let's see here. Candle magic comes out again. It's incredible. You are the second, I think, the second sign to get this one. Finger the spine and caress thy lips. Light the spell spilling from your grip. You are going to let it all go. But you had to go through the pain and the suffering of it. You had to go through that. It was meant to be. Nothing was going to stop this from happening. You'll come into terms with it is where you see middle of the month when this read will come out. You'll be within the full moon time. Because we're there. Today's the 11th. We're not far off. So me doing this reading is just marking time where you're coming to terms with certain darkness in your life and hurts that you've been through, and that determination to see the light and to overcome and be justified in whatever level you take it as. You're going to succeed. You're going to succeed. The reindeer medicine says that. Here we see the journey into the depths of your soul, an awakening of sights revealed. It is time for no time at all, meaning that you just rest, you relax, you let it all fall. For all is pleasantly here. See, you know what you need to know, starting off at the end of November, end of December, depending on where it fits for you. But this is building up to come into January, this page of swords, which is information that you've come about, you've figured it out, or it's brought to your attention, and then you made a judgment call, and you're following your instincts, and you're overcoming, and you're determined to get through with whatever, to bring in that justice and put an end to a cycle that no longer serves you, because you are that powerful. You are that powerful, Cancer. You're following your instincts and you're healing. And these are very powerful healing cards here. This candle magic is the light burning inside of you, that determination to come through. And on that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, Cancer. Love and light.